This is the Grandburg, the G106B, and I bought this because I want a perfectly sharpened chainsaw because I'm going to be doing some milling, and if it's not sharpened perfectly, it'll pull from one side to the other. So I tighten these things up, and I'll tighten this up. Now, as you can tell, this still moves around a bit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this magnet here. Ooh, it ain't moving now, I'll tell you. Wow, I think that's going to work really good. And okay, that's awesome. It feels a lot more secure. I hit the tip off this birch hook on the metal on the trailer, and I'm going to show you what happened here. They frequently wear off or get broken off, so it's a great design to have that little screw where you can replace just the tippet. That way you can continue to use your pulp hook for years. This is a pickaroon. It's basically a long-handled version of this. And I had various ones and various problems with them. And there's some that doesn't have this little end piece. Very, very important. As you can see it's a little hook. And when that goes into the wood, as most loggers know, that holds the wood onto this device. This one got broke off. Now, this pickaroon has the same option as this here, where you just screw this off, and you pull this out, and you stick a new one in. So you just take that little screw out. So that is, to me, it's vital, because I had pickaroons before without this replaceable tip, and they're basically useless. So I don't recommend anything like that without getting into a long song and dance about different brand names. But I'm just telling you, when you go to pick up a pickaroon, make sure it has a replaceable tip, and the same as your birch hook. Make sure it's a replaceable tip type. Well, usually I have my wood splitter going, but this is what I got today, because in November the snow came, 2 feet of snow. My wood splitter's still under 2 feet of snow up in the woods, and I can't get at it. And I have a customer coming, needs 2 cords of wood, so for the sake of 2 cords of wood I'm going to use an axe. But I want to explain to you about these axes without getting into a long song and dance about brand names. Just want to talk to you about the design. And this thing here, you see this? It comes up and it spreads out fairly wide, so it has a tendency to open up the wood farther and split it. That's one thing. But another thing about this design, it comes up, it's not as wide as the rest of the axe, and it's beveled. And that bevel allows me to drive the axe in, and if it doesn't go through the wood and split the wood, a lot of times your axe is jammed. This design really, really makes a big difference in getting your axe out of the wood when your axe is jammed into the woods. So I really am partial to that design, but I'm more partial to a wood splitter. But if you want an axe and you like to do things by hand and you like a nice hand tool, I'd go with that kind of design. That's for me personally. I know lots of people have their preferences. But that is an option you may want to look at, because it's a lot of trouble and a lot of energy spent trying to get your axe from the wood when it's all jammed inside a half-split stick. Note how easy the axe comes out of the wood. Again, a couple of wiggles out it comes, and it does have enough power and width on that rise to split. But for those who want a peavey, I have two kinds here. This is a felling lever and a peavey. And the best I can say about that design, it's okay. I have to actually press on that. And if I don't, there's no, I have to hold that down. It's still there. You see what I had to go through to. There's no way that's slipping off of there. That point is in. Now this log's not going to roll because it's frozen into the ground. But you see how much easier that is? Now this is so flimsy that I can't drive that in. Move it around, I can't. Now, see? So that is going to make you fall. I'll hold them both up. This has a big long beak on it, so it can be driven into the wood. It's going to hold. It has this nice little hook here so it don't slip off the log on this side. This doesn't have that, and it doesn't have the big long hook that this one has. This is always moving around, and as a felling lever, it's not bad. It's pretty good. But as a peavey, it got something to be desired, because this moving around, this is just not working as good as a normal peavey. And I don't know, maybe I just didn't learn to use it yet, but I've tried to use it quite a few times, and if somebody knows any tricks, please let me know. Again, I'm going to stick to my old-fashioned peavey with a wood handle.
If you like my videos, don't forget to subscribe, hit the like button. I look forward to watching your videos and sharing and swapping subscriptions. Thank you very much.